please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Afternoon snooze for the markets ahead of the long weekend. Well, this is Your Stocks. I'm Mangla Malu. With me is Sumera Abdi. Sumera, the market showing both colors, red and green, ahead of Holi?
Yeah, that's true actually, and though one would wish there was a little more of green than of red, but I think people have already begun celebrating the long weekend. So here's wishing everyone a happy Holi. First up, these are our top stories. It's a flat day of trade on the Lal Street. The Sensex and Nifty flipped between the red and green, mid-cap index in the red.
India gets set for a harsh summer. Met Department warns of above normal heat wave condition in March to May period. Also says northwest and central India temperatures to be more than 1 degree above normal.
It's been a good February for the auto sector. Strong sales across two-wheelers, tractors, commercial vehicles, you name it. Bajaj Auto reports a 31% growth. Escorts has clocked in a robust 52% growth, and Maruti's numbers of 15% growth are in line with market expectations.
Fortis is in focus. The company reported its second and third quarter numbers. Auditors say they weren't able to come to a conclusion on the company's financial statements. The conference call mentions that the company has initiated investigation on the related party transaction issue, and there is a SEBI investigation underway as well.
And Kartika Capital's Teresa Barger says they're concerned about India not exchanging information with foreign exchanges, but it still remains a good long-term story in the emerging market space. Says they will not choose exports over the domestic story just yet. Okay, lots more auto sales coming through, this time from Eicher Motors, and the numbers looking good actually. So it looks like a 25% bump up in terms of the CV sales to nearly 7,000 units. And I think the stock has also spiked higher. So at the high point of trade, about 1.5% higher. You have any more details, Mangalam? On
no more details as far as their Royal Enfield business is concerned, but CV sales growth of 25% is something that the street will like. Also because of the fact that the stock is off its 52-week high. So we'll watch out for that.
All right, so let's get started then. It's Your Stocks, where we'll be answering all the stock queries that have been sent in by our viewers. Vijay Chopra and Rajat Bose are the two experts who join in. Gentlemen, good afternoon to both of you. Let's get started with the pharma space. VV Sharma calls in from Kerala, and he has a query regarding his investments in Wockhardt. Mr. Sharma, how can we help you, sir?
Yes, good afternoon to you.
Good
I'm VV Sharma calling from Cochin.
Go ahead, sir.
I have purchased 10 numbers Wockhardt in August 2016 at 971.
Okay.
And I want to know whether I can book profit and switch on to some other pharmaceutical stock.
Well, you're actually making a bit of a loss, not a profit. The stock is actually, you should be yeah, you're making a bit of a loss, about 1,500 rupees. But you're a long-term investor. Any particular reason you're looking to book out, or is it that you're looking for better opportunities?
No, I just want to switch over because I've been holding it for more than 2 years. It has been giving only negative returns so far.
Okay.
So I want to know whether I can book loss and switch over to some other relevant pharma stock.
Okay. Vijay, what's your take on pharma in general? And, you know, here's a long-term investor. He doesn't mind booking losses. In any case, they're quite negligible. But are there better opportunities available?
Wockhardt per se, although it's a good company, but you know, we see that it's fairly volatile, and you know, people generally get wary of volatile stocks. You know, it has the potential of moving 100 rupees either side. So if at all he wants to shift in some of the pharma stories, I think that, you know, Sun Pharma is well poised. You can you know, accumulate or start buying around, say, maybe 510, 520 odd levels, and keep it for the longer term. I think that is one of the better companies in the pharma space, and would give you a better opportunity to make up with the losses you have already done with Wockhardt Pharma. So I think that, you know, Sun Pharma gives a better opportunity any day. But again, you know, buy in a correction, not today.
All right. Rajat, what would your technical view on Wockhardt be? It's bang in the middle of its 52-week high and 52-week low.
Mangalam, what I would like to say is that Wockhardt, in my view, is in a consolidation mode. It needs to cross 840 to about 850, and I would not really suggest getting out of it right now because it has tested the 200-day moving average twice in the recent past since early February and bounced back from there. So my suggestion to him would be wait until it breaches 725 on the downside, and then only you can decide actually you should get out, because since you are already holding it for 2 years, and 2 years we can classify you as a long-term investor, and for a long-term investor volatility sometimes provide better opportunities that you can actually average it here. If I were you, I would have averaged and put a same stop loss of 725. My purchase price will come down, and then once it moves up to something like 950,000, I will book then. Why now?
Okay, Mr. Sharma, I hope that advice works for you. So both our experts concur that you should remain invested for now since you've been there for about 2 years. Should you look for an opportunity, look at Sun Pharma, but the technical view is that use 725 as a level below which the stock move. You can actually look at exiting at that point, but till then keep the faith on the upside. Vijay has a target of about 1200 on this stock. A quick break, more stock queries lined up next. Stay tuned. The indices just about flat for the moment. The mid-cap index, though, down about 0.3%. Let's get back to answering our queries. Vijay and Rajat are with us to answer all the questions that have been coming in. Mahendra Reddy is now on the line with us from Hyderabad, and he has a query on another pharma stock, Dr. Reddy's. Hi, Mr. Reddy. How can we help you?
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. What's your question?
Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, madam. This is Mahendra Reddy from Hyderabad. Yes, madam. I have 20 shares of Dr. Reddy Labs at the rate of 3,700.
Okay.
But shall I stay invested in Reddy Labs or as transferred to Lupin? So shall I get my price in Reddy Labs or shall I transfer to Lupin?
Vijay, another pharma query coming your way. Dr. Reddy's is making a significant loss over there now. Wants to know if he should remain invested or look at other alternatives. The option he has in mind is Lupin.
Well, I would say that, the entire pharma space is in the process of getting resettled, and, I think there's a lot and a long consolidation which has been going on in the pharma space. I think he has waited for so long, he should wait for some more time and keep a strict stop loss of 2,000 rupees. And, if at all it slips below 2,000, I think that he should clearly exit. But yes, if at all it sustains around here and, consolidate, there is a good chance that it can spike up to again, maybe 2,500, 2,600 levels. But yes, if at all, we are over with the correction and the volatility the market is going through, it is a good time, where he can average, around 2,200 odd, if at all it settles around this place. And then, exit because his buying price would come lower considerably. But yes, it has to be held on to with a strict stop loss. If you ask me, vis-a-vis whether he should get into Lupin, I think that Sun Pharma still I like, and it looks better than Lupin as of now.
All right, Rajat, technically, which pharma stock looks the best to you? Aurobindo Pharma has seen a sharp recovery. We've seen some recovery come by on other names as well. Dr. Reddy's unfortunately did not participate in that. Would you suggest one should stay in Dr. Reddy's or maybe shift to other pharma stocks?
First of all, Mangalam, I would like to say one thing, that it appears that Dr. Reddy is already in a consolidation mode and there is not much fall happening. It is not moving up. It's, although my stop loss was 2,100 on closing price basis, but since Vijay has suggested 2,000, I will go with the same stop loss of 2,000. And second thing is that his other choice was switching from Reddy to Lupin. I would say that is something like from the frying pan to the fire, because the chart patterns are similar, the stocks had a similar fall. But the stock that Vijay suggested, I personally hold that stock in my portfolio, and that is the stock that is technically looking pretty good. Sun Pharma is a very good bet. Once it crosses 600, 650 supply zone, then thereafter Sun Pharma would actually embark on a fresh intermediate level uptrend. So that would be a better choice. But if you ask me, would I have booked losses at this stage in Dr. Reddy? No. I would like to state one thing to our viewers, that if you are a long-term investor and if you are seeing substantial loss, use volatility, use large falls to actually average. You are not a trader. That averaging a loser is actually an anathema for a trader, but not for a long-term investor. For him or for her, volatility should be a friend, and it's a blue chip company. Sooner or later it would also recover. So either you average here on Dr. Reddy or you buy Sun Pharma. Whatever you like, go ahead and do it.
All right, that's the word coming in on Dr. Reddy's as well as Sun Pharma. But just keep an eye out on M&M Financial. The broader markets, actually, we're seeing a bit of worsening as far as the fall is concerned. Mid-cap index now down about 0.4%. M&M Financial is at the low point of the day. And PSU banks, SBI, our ticker team was flashing, is at the low point of the day. We have Bank of Baroda too joining that pack at the low point of the day. So we'll keep an eye out on this, individual stocks and some more stock queries on the other side of the short break. Trading closer to the lower end of today's trading session, the mid-cap index, and taken lower by a couple of these PSU stocks, but we also have Motherson Sumi, which is at the low point of the day. Metal stocks also are sliding as we speak. We have Jindal Steel and Power, JSW Steel, both those intraday charts should come up for you, and they're trading at the low point of the day. And in the non-ferrous space, Hindustan Zinc, that one too is at the low point of the day. We'll keep an eye out on that. Ahead of the long weekend, Sumera, United Breweries, no one's perhaps having beers. Maybe seems like that is at the low point of the day too.
All right, let's get in some queries. Keshav Kumar has written in to us from Gujarat. He says he has 500 shares of ICICI Bank, which he has bought at 225 rupees. He's been holding on for the last 8 months. He's a medium-term investor and wants to know whether he should keep the faith. Rajat, what's your call? He's making quite a bit of profits, at least partial profit booking advised.
See, partial profit booking can be done, but just look at the stock. The stock actually posted a high of 365.70 on 29th Jan, and after that it has started falling, and now it is close to about 300 odd levels. And with the 200-day moving average located very close by at 302, one thing I would suggest, that put a stop loss below 295 and average it. Either average it or continue to hold it, because close to the 200-day you don't exit a long position, because at that level generally even institutions come and buy, and ICICI Bank is a private sector bank, so it's not totally under a cloud that way. So I would suggest holding on. 295 should be your closing price stop loss, and if I were in his shoes, I would definitely have averaged it.
All right, average ICICI at these levels is the word coming in from Rajat. But Vijay, what would you say as far as ICICI Bank is concerned? NPA was still under the cloud, or the company is still under the cloud of those asset quality issues?
Well, if you go by what the RBI has ordered, I think that there is a cloud over all the banks, and they have to declare their NPAs, in the right fashion. And, this brings ICICI also under a bit of a suspicion, because, it has been having around 4% NPAs, which is pretty high as compared to the likes of HDFC and even Yes Bank, which is around 1.5%. So I would say that, it's a good time to book profit. There is a good probability that that there's some kind of a correction. Although I like ICICI Bank with a longer term perspective, I would recommend another buy when it comes down. But yes, on rallies he could book out and then wait for lower levels to come in. But the RBI circular, banks are quite worried, and all the financial institutions, they have to come out and disclose whatever NPAs they have. So times are over when banks used to hide and brush the dust under the carpet. So yes, it's good in the longer run, but this might affect the stock prices for some time. So I would recommend exit on rallies and buy into the same stock when it comes down.
All right, some more news flow coming through after Karti Chidambaram's arrest. We now understand from sources that the CBI is likely to question the former FMP Chidambaram himself in the FIPB case. A quick break, though. We'll come back with more stock queries in just a bit. Stay tuned. It's really been a day of individual stocks today. So, but a couple of stocks actually moving around. IOC, look at that. That stock is actually, it's moved and moved quite significantly. So a lot of that sharp up move have come to just now, and we're seeing some bit of pressure at the top. So still about 0.7% higher. And on the downside, look at something like an MRF. That stock is very, very close to its lifetime high. So I suppose facing some bit of a resistance over there. But nevertheless, it's been doing well. But for now, that stock is at the low point of trade. And the other one to watch is United Spirits. It's a long weekend, but looks like there are no takers. Vijay, Raja, thanks very much for advising our viewers today. We'll wrap up on your stocks. Closing bell comes up in just a bit. Stay tuned.